Hey everyone, thanks for watching this recording. Sorry that you couldn't attend the meeting yesterday. So I tried to record the second half of that meeting in the Hosa room, but it doesn't let you record in the breakout rooms. And I actually did record it on screencast, but it was longer than 15 minutes, so I can't use it. Anyway, just wanted to go over some things with you. So, really important agenda items that we talked about yesterday were competitions for state leadership conference, the online testing and registration that you need to take if you want to do some of those competitions at state leadership, and then the winter social and any questions about fundraising from the main meeting. So let's talk about the state leadership conference. So the state leadership conference is coming up in February. I'll show you the details first. It is at the Denver Renaissance in Stapleton from February 22nd to the 24th. Here's the address. Cost per person is $115. It's paid by January 19th. I need to register you, and I need to have that money by the 19th of January. The hotel at the Renaissance is $119 per night. Per room, so you could have up to four girls in a room and divide that cost. You would be staying 2 nights, so you need to stay the 22nd and the 23rd. The conference does include one formal dinner or semi-formal dinner, not formal, but semi-formal. And then the hotel has breakfasts every morning that are provided, like a continental breakfast. I think lunch you're on your own for most days, and dinner for one night. I have to have these rooms booked by January 19th as well. Students must provide their own transportation to the conference and back home. Now, if there was a group of Julesburg students who were heading to the conference, you guys could obviously carpool or figure that out. As well as staying in rooms together. So you have to have your parents agree to the cost of state leadership conference. We are doing some fundraising. It's what we talked about in the main room before this individual HOSA meeting, because we're doing it with the other CTSOs. We're selling t-shirts. Some of those costs possibly could help us to pay for state leadership conference. I'm not sure yet. We've got to figure all that out. And then you need to look over the options of the competitions that you might want to do at State Leadership Conference. You don't have to do a competition, but if you do, some of them have got online tests that are pre-qualifiers that you have to take the week of December 4th to the December 8th, okay? So if you are in the Denver metro area, you will be coming to the Westminster office to take those tests. If you're in Julesburg, I need to talk with Miss Inez and see if she cannot proctor those tests. So that's something I need to work out. However, I need to submit your testing registration by Friday. So I know today's Tuesday, and I had said you need to get that into me by Wednesday, but if somebody really wants to do it, you could get it into me by Thursday. So let's talk about that. So the online testing, registration needs to be submitted by 11/17, so I need to know what tests you want to take by 11/15, or 16 at the latest. Cost per test is $2. Like I said, in the Denver metro area, it'll be at the Westminster office. If you're a Julesburg student, then I need to talk to Miss Inez. You will be testing the week of December 4th through the 8th, so she will figure out a time. If you're in the Denver metro area, you'll be testing at the Westminster office on December 8th at 10:45. Okay? If you are either student, you need to contact me as soon as possible if you want to test. So let me show you a website where all this information is. So here's the website here, hosa.cccs.edu. So make sure you have that website, because this is our Colorado HOSA website. And then you can go into events, which will show you State Leadership Conference, and you can go into competitions, which will give you all the different competitions that there are. So let's look at that real quick. It's just taking a second. All right, so a great place to start is what event is right for you. So you have competitive event guidelines, updates, event process profile, which I'm going to show you this, and I'm going to show you what event is right for you. So this is a great flow chart. You start over here and you look at these questions, and if you're like, oh yeah, I do want to practice a specific skill set, then do you want to work with a team? No. Then these would be good tests for you to do. If you did want to work as a team, then this would be a good test for you. Okay? And these, it just has a bunch of different questions that you read, and then if you answer yes, if you're like, yeah, that sounds good, then you need to go further and see what tests would be good for you at the State Leadership Conference. And then it's got a list of the competitions here, the summary. So these are all middle school. Secondary, which is high school, and college tests are here. So health sciences events, it tells you a little bit about them, what you need to do for the tests, and then health professional or health professions events, and leadership events, teamwork events, emergency preparedness events, recognition events. So there's lots of things to look through to see what tests, but this is a great place to start right here. Okay, so this is on the Hosa website under competitions. Right, here's the website. Another thing on this page is the event process profile. This tells you which tests require that you do an online qualifier test. Okay, so here's all the different tests right here. And if it's got this star and qualifier under online tests or this practice test, then you need to take one of the online tests, okay? This also tells you exactly what it requires. So online tests, that's round 1. If you qualify, you advance to round 2, okay? So the top 25 to 15 from the online tests advance to round 2. Round 2 is at State Leadership Conference, okay? All right. So those are two sheets on this Hosa website that are really important. So then let's look at events, and we'll go to State Leadership Conference. Now this is where I got all the information about costs, and where it is, and there's a schedule here of the events. So here's a State Leadership Conference agenda. So you can look at all types of things here, costs, dress code, lots of great information here as well, okay? All right, so then to get back to my PowerPoint, email me with questions on either of those, but this is a to-do today. I need to know, you need to talk to your parents to see if you can even go to State Leadership, and then we need to register for these online tests. And then after that, I wanted to tell you guys about the winter social that we're having at Westminster. Everybody's invited. I sent out an evite last Friday. Some of you might not have gotten it till today because some of them didn't go through for some reason. But it will be December 8th from 12 to 3, right after the online test. So the online test will be at the office at 10:45, and then right after that we'll have Hosa meeting at the office, and then we'll have a little party. Please RSVP no later than November 30th to the evite that I sent out. And then we're going to have a meeting, and then we're going to do gingerbread houses and have music and maybe some board games. It'll be fun. And then the last thing is the school fundraiser. We are going to sell t-shirts, Destinations t-shirts. And we're going to figure out as a group where that money will go. There's a possibility that some of that money will be set aside for State Leadership Conference, and if you want some of that money or need it, you can write a grant to get it. But more information on that to come. All right, if you have any questions, please let me know.